Can anyone hear me? Hey, there's everybody. Dyno PT how are you, buddy? Oh, there we go. I can actually hear people now. My phone's not on silent. That's very helpful. All right, can you guys hear me all right? And why can I not hear anybody? Good question. All right, can you guys hear me all right? For some reason, I can't hear anybody.
Hi, mate. I'm right here. How are you?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you? There we go. Now I can start hearing people. It's just nobody wants to talk to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Thank you.
And just bear with me a second. Let me just get myself together here.
What's up, guys?
How we all doing?
Very good.
All right, now we've got some people here. Let's kick this thing off. So, g'day everybody. It's Ozman Collects, and welcome to VeVe Wednesdays, where we talk all things pop culture, Marvel, DC, comics, film, TV, and just have a casual, just sort of nerd out. How is everybody today?
Good, man. Just scarfed down some dinner. Just got home from work late, but I'm here.
That's it. How
about you?
Work? Yeah, good, mate. I literally just woke up like 15 minutes ago, so it's like literally chug my coffee, get everything set up, and jump straight into it.
Yeah. Start the day good, right?
That's it, mate. How was your day?
It was long, but I like long, hard days of work. Makes me feel accomplished. Sleep good at night, so
Yeah, for sure. And also,
now I can unwind and chill with you guys.
Yeah, I was about to say as well, a big shout out to our new VeVe host for the Collectors Connect sessions. I am loving it, mate. I just finished watching the second part two of the interview with VeVe Investments, and yeah, mate,
yeah.
really good, really good.
Thanks, man. Yeah, he's really easy to talk to. He's a very, very interesting guy. And he really opened up, which was really cool. He talked about how he's introverted, but he can be extroverted when he needs to be. And he definitely brought a lot of really good insights and he got personal a few times, so it made for a really good interview. I kind of got the sense that he was a really interesting person, just very talented, and man, been an entrepreneur since 19 years old. That's pretty impressive. So he's done a lot, seen a lot.
I find that really shocking. Like that he's done like all like these different like ventures and side bits and pieces. I was like, wow, that's like really interesting. And also you've seen like the videos he posts like on his own channel. I mean, like just some of the stuff he comes up with in like in Mid Journey and all the AI driven stuff is just insane.
Absolutely, and the fact that he taught himself Photoshop. I mean, because those pieces that he does are really good. And so it's not like he grew up being a graphic designer. He kind of he seems like a really quick learner and not afraid to try new things. And so, yeah, now he's, building all those 3D models for the VeVeVerse. And yeah, check out his store. I mean, I bought all of his comic covers, and then I also bought the coloring book because you get a little goodie with it. I'm not going to spoil it, but really nice airdrop with it. So that was a pleasant surprise. Ooh. And let's just say I can use that stuff for the VeVeVerse. So yeah, pretty cool what he's doing. And yeah, I definitely want to support him. And yeah, I like the title says, I think he's the most underrated. He came in at the wrong time, right? I mean, he started making content in the dead of a bear market. And so, but I have no doubt, because it seems like during Golden Moments week, that's when a lot of YouTube channels blew up. That's when we had a lot of new people come into VeVe and were looking it up on YouTube. And so I've heard a lot of content creators said their channel blew up during that time. If he was around back then, he would have I mean, just in my opinion, he would have 10K plus subscribers. So, I mean, just that's how good I think his channel is.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm hoping the team over at VeVe takes notice and maybe offer him a job like they did like with Corey and some of the other content creators. I reckon that'd be like a dream come true for him.
Yeah, it's so cool that he really, really wants that, and I could totally see it. I mean, the first few times I watched his videos, I was like, man, this guy's gonna get hired by VeVe. That's just it just came
Yeah,
to
it's just
my
like a matter of
mind,
time.
and I think it was even before Corey. Well, Corey's been on for a while now. Maybe Corey did get on by then, but I just was thinking, man, VeVe needs to hire this guy. I said the same thing with Metaverse Life too, and that ended up happening, or in some capacity. I don't think he's officially on, but I know he's partnering with them and working with them on projects. So yeah, I think it's a no-brainer choice.
Yeah, for sure. And another shout out to some of our members joining us. So we got Fro in the house, Hinano, D. Good to see you, biggest bro. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Double Quill, Popey.
Double Quill. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully we won't scare you off too quickly with any bad language. But like I said, I can't control any of that, so I do apologize. Also, if anybody wants to jump up and talk, by all means, say raise your hand. We'll get you up. We always enjoy listening to different people's point of view and stories. So if that's something you want to do, so throw that hand up. We'll get you up there.
Yeah, or just request to come up, just like Hinano did.
That's it. Yeah. Just request.
How you doing, Hinano?
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm
good, mate.
Good. I just got in the door from work, and yeah, I'm here to hang out. First off, let me throw some flowers at Dyno. Phenomenal job with the interview, man. I haven't watched the second part yet, but the first part I watched twice. I really enjoyed it, and I gotta say that it just really makes me feel proud that this group has you front running a segment like that for it. And I can just see you doing a lot more bigger interviews to come, and I want to see that happen. So let's make that happen for you.
Same.
Well, thank you, man. I really appreciate that, and you guys have been so encouraging, and I can feel myself growing through this group, and so I appreciate all the support you give, and I know it's genuine, and I think there's a lot of potential here, and there's going to be opportunities for people in the WebV to step up and step outside their comfort zone and do something new, and we'll see all the things that people create together, right? Something that I've really enjoyed doing, especially for the channel, knowing that it's something bigger than myself, bigger than just a channel that I'm doing. The fact that we can show the community who a dedicated member of the community is and give him that opportunity to answer some deep questions. You had a really good deep question that stumped him, man. You'll see. You'll see when you watch part 2.
It was a good one.
Yeah, he
did it.
Yeah, it took him a while. Yeah, so just a little teaser.
Those are the type of questions I like to ask. Is the deep, profounding ones.
Exactly, the soul searchers. So I love that. But yeah, thank you for all the kind words. I appreciate the encouragement, and yeah, looking forward to what we'll all do together.
Well, I'm actually
for sure.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow's meeting, guys. I've got a bunch of ideas in my head, and they're just spilling out right now. And since it's only WebV in here right now, I guess we can kind of, spill a little bit of the beans. But D and I have been talking, and this is kind of goes on what we've talked already before, and it's mainly about trying to do other segments. And one of the biggest things that I want to do is I want to do reactions, but reactions towards like fandoms, right? And we'll leave it vague as in fandoms, right? Because that can mean anything, And so I even got a catchphrase already in my head, but I'll save it for tomorrow night's meeting. But I've got some really cool ideas, and for me, it's all fun, you know what I mean? And it can involve everybody. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah, for sure, mate. Well, that's what it's all about, like trying to get everybody on board, like trying to get everybody to branch outside the comfort zones and try something different. Also, speaking about branching outside their comfort zones, and I just want to give another quick shout out while we're doing shout outs and throwing flowers and such not, is to another member of the WebV collective is a Tropical Bird. who's just stepping outside of her comfort zone and doing that interview with Randy Chavez. Has anyone seen it yet? Because I literally just woke up and I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but it looks really good. Anybody seen
I
it?
caught 15 minutes of it. She messaged me saying that she was on, and so I ran out to the van real quick and took a quick lunch break and watched, and she was doing phenomenal. But from when we first interviewed her, she's a really good speaker. You just need to give her the right material and she'll run with it. So, I mean, yeah, phenomenal job, and it's good to see her out and about as well.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it the soon as we wrap this up. It's the first thing on my to-do list is give it a watch and yeah, it's always good to see other members like stepping outside their comfort zones and accomplishing like their dreams and yeah, just getting out there and just doing something that scares you. So it's always important to try and do something that scares you because that's where growth comes from.
Yeah, no, Alex, you're absolutely right, and I guess you and I can attest to that because, a few months ago, I think we were scared of our wits to even do any of this
Oh
stuff,
mate,
and now look at us.
oh mate, tell me about it. Like in the last, like I've just been like reflecting on it, like in the last like sort of couple of months or two. Like I've just been looking back on. I've done some scary stuff in the last couple of months, and I'm still doing scary stuff.
It's fun.
It's excellent. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
fun. And shout out to Double Quill. Double Quill, I have not read the blog yet. Shame on me. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get to it. She's one of my favorite blog writers. Her and Chris, I try not to miss it, but yeah, I did not read her blog yet, so I need to get on that.
Yeah, I do have to say I'm guilty of that as well. I haven't had a chance to look at it either because unfortunately my daughter's been sick the last couple of days, so I've been on daddy duties, and that's why I've been a little bit like not been overly active on Twitter lately because I've had like sick children, life. Everyone knows how it is. So I do apologize as well, but that is on my to-do list as well. Same with Chris's blog.
yeah, I totally understand, man. Life comes first always. But yeah, a lot going on. I'm just so happy that this group is doing amazing things and like you said, getting outside of our comfort zone, but it's a lot easier when you have people rooting you on and encouraging you, and it just brings out the best in us, right? I mean, you have to make yourself uncomfortable to grow, and we're all doing it for good reasons, and we're all doing it together. So that's can't
Yeah,
think of
for
a better
sure.
way to do it.
100%, brother. We're all backing each other
Yeah,
up.
man.
We'll call up Fro real quick.
Yeah. Froze
How
up.
you doing,
How
D?
are you, Fro?
Saw D jumped up too. If you want to make anybody a co-host, or if anybody wants to be a co-host, just let us know.
Hey guys and ladies. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
Can you guys hear?
was that tiny voice I heard in the
Hey.
back there?
Yes, a little. Hello.
Hey, I think was it is she must be our youngest WebV collective member, I believe.
She definitely is, and she's definitely not shy anymore on jumping in chats, that's for sure.
Oh wow. Um, I mean I was going to say hello, but do we want to use real names here, or do we want to use our made up
We
names like
we can
Spider-Man?
call her the kid.
The kid, that'll do. Hey kid, how are we? No, now she's gone all
She's
shy.
all shy.
Oh, good to hear from you, kid. And say I hope you're enjoying your day, enjoying life. I see your comic book hauls from time to time, picking up some really good titles.
Won't be long till
Yeah, no,
she's hosting her own things, right?
could be the next generation of the Unreal Uncommon podcast
Don't
hosts.
scare me, guys. She's already talking about boys, and oh,
She'll make you proud.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
that for sure.
All right. I got a daughter as well, so that's coming for me.
Hey everyone,
Yeah, you got
just
a
wanted
ways
to
to
say
go.
hi.
What's up, bro?
Hey,
How are you, bro?
hey Osman, hey Dyno, hey Hinano, hey D.
What's up, brother?
Hey, good. I see biggest bro, double quill down there, Poppy.
Yeah, all the gangs here.
Yeah. I just wanted to drop in and say hi. Dyno, wow. I watched episode 1 and 2 with VeVe Investments. Wonderful job, brother. Very well thought out questions. It seemed like you were a professional interviewer for a split second. It was
Mm.
real good, brother. I appreciate
Thanks, man. Appreciate that a lot. Like I said, I really appreciate the encouragement. Pretty self-conscious, so it's always nice to hear that things went better than expected. And yeah, I mean, I did definitely prep for that. I had some time. He gave me a good heads up on in terms of a few weeks out, so I was able to really think deeply about questions. And good job to you guys for coming up with awesome questions and just help me bring who he is out to the community. And that was the goal, is just to make this community even more aware of who he is, and just to get to know him on a deeper level and try to grow this community even closer. So thank you.
Mm. Yeah, no, thank you. And we're looking forward to what comes in the future, because like I was saying before, this is only just the beginning. So I want more.
Yep, gonna have to line up some more guests, and
That's it,
feel
mate.
free to DM us if you ever feel called to do it. We would love to connect with you on a deeper level, whoever you are out there. And it's scary, but it's fun. And I mean, it's always scary when you think about it, but then once you get in, or at least for me, instinct takes over, and I don't even think about it anymore. I get super nervous leading up to something, and then as I'm in it, I don't even think about the nerves, and it just takes over. So I would imagine that's how it is for other people. And yeah, it's a good growth experience for sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
I want to touch on that. You're absolutely right. I remember when we first started doing this, after 5 minutes, we would like have nerves, like it would be really bad. And now that we do this, I don't even blink an eye anymore, on the nerves part. Unless it's somebody like, I don't know, maybe David Yu somehow stepped in, then maybe I'd probably get nervous. But yeah,
Yeah, back on me.
it's definitely a growth, that's for sure. But in time, it just gets better and you just get used to it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, now we've got a couple more people in the chat here, but we kick off a few topics. So also got Moonage in the house as well. Good to see you, mate.
What's up, Moonage?
Well, I suppose the big one on everyone's mind. I mean, I had a couple other topics lined up. I think this one sort of takes precedence, is the shocking news of Mr. Frank Kozik. So that, I know that definitely shocked me when I woke up and saw the feed. How did everyone else take it?
Man, I thought it was fake when it first came out. Definitely super
Same.
sad. I just thought it was a bad joke from somebody, and like it started to spread everywhere. It took me a while before I saw some of the names I usually follow to keep on sharing the same fact, and I was like, no way, because he was on one of the WebV um uh sorry podcasts
Yeah,
that we had, right? Like he
he
actually came up and
he
spoke for it a bit. I missed
he
that one
was
when he
he.
was speaking, but can't believe that just happened.
I know, same. I mean, we had him up very briefly on the episode 3 of WebV Wednesdays, and yeah, I mean, it was an absolute shock and a privilege to have him on the actual channel, to come up and speak with us. I remember when we were hosting the episode, and all of a sudden I see the name come up, like Frank Kozik. At first I thought it was fake. I was like, no, this can't be the real Frank Kozik. And then all of a sudden he the little picture raced to the top of the screen where it says to speak, and I'm just like, is it the real Frank Kozik? So he came up to speak, and I started listening to him. I was like, holy crap, it is the real Frank Kozik. And he's here speaking in our podcast, in our channel. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I
Yeah, man,
remember.
that's crazy. He one of the few independent artists that I actually see, or I have seen out there, in the spaces and engage with the community and actually be present, to even just discuss like fandom, but as well as, obviously VeVe that, he was releasing his products on and
Yeah.
and actually engage with, the consumers. That was really cool. But yeah, he will be missed for sure. Not gonna say I was, like Dino said, diehard fan of his artwork, and I don't currently own any, but I was definitely like, giving him respect for being present and just sharing so much with the community.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I'm the same. I don't own any Labbits or any little mechanized things, but yeah, I definitely have a deep respect for the product he was putting out there for the community, and yeah, just his artwork in general. Like I was looking back on some of the like some of the other content that other content creators have pumped out for him, like just explaining about where he's come from and what he's done, and I didn't realize the so much like artwork he's done. Like I I noticed as well, like he did the artwork for the cover of one of the Offspring um albums, and I was like,
Yeah,
oh
I've seen
yeah,
him come up as well in the feeds. That was pretty
mm,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's just a shock, man. I mean, it's always a reminder of how short life is and how we should cherish every single day. Because
For
he
sure.
seemed alive and well when we were chatting with him, and yeah, it was just super cool to see him pop in and request to come up, and then good
Mm,
conversation, and he wanted to give back to the community in terms of finding new ways for providing value. He was talking about airdrops, and he told
mm,
us that he had a drop coming out in late June, and this was mid May or mid April. So
yeah,
I mean,
about that. Yeah.
he dropped that on us, and we're like, whoa, okay, cool. Is this the first anyone's hearing of it? So it was really cool, at least to get to talk to him. And I know a lot of people have met him and gotten things signed by him and hung out with him, and so that just
Mm,
makes it even more tough to deal with. But yeah, I don't have any of his sets. I have the Labicorn and I have the Cayman Mecha. I really liked that piece, and yeah, and I also have a physical Labicorn. I seriously have
I saw
I have
that.
less than a handful of physical collectibles, but that's one of them because I remember when the Labicorn dropped, I went for one of the higher rarities and I got it, and then I tried to go back and get the Labicorn and it was sold out, and then it shot up to like $700, and so
Did it now?
yeah, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna buy it for 700. I'll wait. So I bought a physical Labicorn instead, just to kind of ease my pain. And then, sure enough, Labicorn started dropping down to the 300 range over time, and I got a 3-digit mint for around that price. So I was really happy with that.
No.
I remember him saying in one of the spaces or maybe Clubhouse or something that it was his spirit animal. So I felt like, okay, this is a good way of connecting with who he is. If he says that about one of his art pieces, that must be near and dear to him. So felt like that was a cool
Mm.
piece to collect. But yeah, it's just like I said, a shock to see someone alive and well, and then they even said
Yeah,
unexpectedly,
they're
right?
not.
So
Yeah, well, I don't think they've released any details about what's actually happened. All they've said is just he just passed unexpectedly,
yeah,
and yeah, I think that's so. Yeah, so our hearts and prayers go out to his family, who's dealing with this hard time at the moment, and yeah, he will be sadly missed. And yeah, thank you, Mr. Kozik, for providing this product on VeVe for us to enjoy, for all your work. And yeah, goes to show that yeah, you've got to cherish every moment because you just never know when the end's going to pop up. But anyway, so yeah, so did anyone else have anything they want to say about Fred Kozik? Did anyone have any experiences or have actually have a chance to meet him in any of the decons or anything like that?
I did not have a chance to meet him. The line was so long, um, that I just never got to go meet him, which kind of sucks. But when I found out yesterday, I was shocked, and I was just like everyone else. I thought it was fake, but very
Mm,
very disheartened to hear this. Really loved his work, and just really loved him as a person. And I just find it a trip that we all got to at least experience a conversation with him on WebV Wednesday one last time.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, did anyone have any other stories or about Frank Kozik about they wanted to share before we move on? So whether it be an experience or just something you like about this collection. So just who actually owns a Labbit or a mech?
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah, got a few hand raising.
I just want to say too that it's really cool that VeVe. I mean, I never heard of Frank Kozik. I've never heard of Ron English.
Mm.
I mean, even Patrick Hughes. His stuff is really high end. I've never heard of him before. I just think it's really cool that VeVe is able to give these guys a platform in Web3 and open up their work to a whole new audience. And now his stuff is going to live on forever. I mean, it sucks that he's gone, but his name is still here and his work is still
Mm.
here. And now we get to kind of carry on his legacy. And I think that would make him really happy that his stuff gets to live on through the blockchain, through the digital age. You know, a lot of these physical goods that he created a ton of toys. And
Yeah, he
you
did.
know, those will wear down over time, but these pieces are cemented in history. And if I'm not mistaken,
Mm-hmm.
I think he was the first artist to drop on VeVe. It might have been him or Ron English.
He was definitely one of the first handful of artists to drop.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, he really kind of paved the way in terms of the independent artists on VeVe. And you know, I'll forever remember him for that, if nothing else, right?
And hopefully, like, you know, like later on down the track, like, you know, we might still get the Labbit breeding program that he was talking about at one point, because that'd be something really good to see come to fruition.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how VeVe will honor him by what they do with certain collectibles, if they'll drop something special for true fans or just something to honor him. I'll be curious to see if they do anything. And yeah, like you said, I mean, I remember he really wanted the breeding Labbits, and then there was something on VeVe's end, I thought, but that would be really cool to see something like that. Will we still get his drop in late June with I think the Mecha's enemies or something, or I forgot what it was, but there's a whole nother piece to that story. Man, that just hit me how he was telling us that was kind of another piece to the bigger story.
Yeah,
It sucks.
I know. Yeah, man, it's hard to digest. So yeah, so if anybody who hasn't seen it, Frank Kozik did grace us with his presence in episode 3 of WebV Wednesdays, and that's out on the YouTube channel as well, the WebV Collective. So if anyone hasn't had a chance to see it yet, by all means, please go check it out. So yeah, let's move on to something a bit more upbeat now. So, but again, but I'll just say one last thing. Thank you, Frank Kozik, and yeah, you will be greatly missed. So yeah, let's move on to what's been happening in the market lately. So we've had all sorts of different drops. We've had the Luke Skywalker drop. We've had Tarzan, Thorn, Soulstone, Lamborghinis, and we've had, like, you know, FA Rocket. We have all sorts of stuff dropping in the market lately. So did anyone have any luck in the market? Anyone pick up anything good? Let's go shopping. What's everyone been picking up lately?
ASM 129. I've been buying commons between 10 to 12 gems, and I found out I'm not the only one. Apparently, Sleepin's doing the same thing. He's got more than me. I've
Oh
seen
yeah,
how much he has. He's messaged me in private, so I won't say how much he's got, but he wins. But I've been
yeah.
buying that.
You're catching up, though. You're catching up.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm going to assume, knowing Sleeping's track record, it's probably a lot. But I'm also guilty of that as well. I did pick up an ultra rare ASM 129 FA Punisher. So I was lucky enough to get myself a 3-digit low 3-digit palindrome, and that's gonna be like my little treasure trove piece for my collection.
Yeah, man, I saw that. It was a really good score on that UR. In fact, those URs have been like dipping into the 32, 33 gem pool.
Yeah, they
And
have.
it's kind of crazy. I own 2 of those. I've also been stacking Luke, mainly on the first day. He fell right below retail. He was like between like 51, 52 gems. So I scooped 2 Lukes up for like between 52 gems. And then I got
Nice.
a 3-digit at 57 gems. So yeah, so I
Nice.
got 3 Lukes. And then I've been buying, or I was buying, Tales of Suspense, is it 39, FA Iron Man. Um,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've been getting the commons on that too. Uh, just those two right now. Other than that, I've been like being very strategic and being patient about certain things.
Yeah, same. So I only got so I basically blew out my entire gem balance for the month buying that one comic book, but I don't care because like the Punisher is one of my favorite characters, and I was like, well, it's it's a low 3-digit palindrome, and I was originally looking at it for a lot higher price, and then I was like, yeah, well, okay, I think I'll wait because I was gearing up uh gems for the Lambo drop. And then I went back and looked at it, and then it like drastically dropped in price. I was like, "Oh God damn it! Now I have to get it."
I love when that happens. It happens very
Yeah.
rarely, but I've done it a couple times where I'm looking at a piece and I'm on the fence at a certain price, and then out of
Mm.
nowhere, just right when I happen to check, it's on the floor, and I'm like, okay, I guess that's a sign I got to get it.
Yeah. I'm just like, now I have to get
Well, that's a
it.
blessing in disguise for you because the Lambo, I think the the purple one and the yellow one were both below retail, so that's your highest chance of
Mm.
getting those. So probably saved yourself some gems and got what you really, really wanted. So I think that's a good buy.
Yeah, well, that's right. Also, another good buy is like anyone who got that secret rare Luke Skywalker did. Boys, that shot up.
I've got a few comments on that, but kudos to Tropical. She knows what she's doing. She seems to get in things at the very right time, and just to me, okay, I know it's scarce, but it's just another pose. I would much rather have the
Mm.
rare any day, but just scarcity is king on this app, at least right now. I'm
Mm.
hoping at some point that changes at least a little bit. And kind of going back to what Hinano said about these URs dipping, I mean, I would rather have the UR on a lot of these comics. I think they look better, they're more interesting, you get the
Mm.
independent artist, and yet the price difference, even though there's only double the supply, the price difference is sometimes 5 to 10x. I don't get
Yeah.
it, but scarcity is king. So
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I completely agree as well. I mean, that's why me personally, I always target the ultra rare comics because you've got that level of scarcity versus price. Whereas, I mean, like I'm all for like I understand the concept of scarcity and that sort of aspect of things. But you're right, like with the ultra rare comics, you get the scarcity aspect of it, and also the double whammy effect with the exclusive artists, which is also quite collectible as well, depending on your artist. But did anyone have any luck picking up any of the comics
Well, here I want to I
before
want
we
I
had?
want to touch on what you just said there about
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the scarcity and stuff like that. And I do agree that scarcity is king right now, but only right now. And I agree with you
Mm,
100% on that that secret rare. It's a pose. I also like the rare Luke more. But if we really believe in what this app will do. And, I've discussed before, everyone's looking at it like the crypto people is going to come and save us, and maybe they will, but everyone's not looking at the fandoms. I mean,
mm,
Marvel, Disney, they're not billion-dollar powerhouses because fandoms, aren't around. They're around. The fandoms is what makes them these billion-dollar companies,
yeah, exactly.
and so like scarcity is king right now until fandoms find out about this. And so what happens after that? This is all speculation, of course, not financial advice, but I truly believe that this stuff is scarce already. And over
Yeah,
time, it's just going to get more scarce because, you know, the old stuff's going to disappear one day. This is the old stuff. Even the new stuff now is still the old stuff because we're early. And so whenever the new stuff does come, whenever we have like our 25th Luke pose and he gets closer to the
yeah,
actor's likeness, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
everyone's going to want to come back to the very first Luke that didn't really have Mark Hamill's face, just like, or also Elektra, right? Because she's considered like
yeah.
meme value. Everyone's going to go back to that, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, no, I completely agree. Like, you see, like some of the old school like Star Wars figurines that like go like for thousands of dollars in like the real world. Some of them are like really like ugly looking toys, and they're very very basic. But again, it comes back to what you just said. Like, you know, they were the first line of toys, and that's what gives them value. Is like because they're the first, and that's what gives them, I guess, that level of scarcity as well. And this is like the same concept of being applied to VeVe. I mean, like, you know, they might not be the prettiest things that we have on the app, but again, yeah, they've got the FA tag and they're the first, and people value that.
Yeah, and there's less than 5,000 editions of FA Luke, and one of them's animated and looks really badass when he pulls out the saber. So yeah, I mean, whichever one you get, I think just having a piece of it makes a lot of sense. And if we're talking about scarcity, less than 5,000, because yeah, we're gonna get tons and tons of renditions of Luke, and they're gonna be higher quality eventually. I'm sure they are, but that's not gonna really matter as much as this is the first on the blockchain. And we look at, I mean, 8-bit art has been taken off. It's kind of experiencing a revolution. I know I love it. I love the Nintendo graphics. There's a nostalgia there. I mean, who's to say that this Luke won't be nostalgic in 10, 15 years, So
yeah.
And
it's interesting too. Sorry, go ahead, Dyno. I cut you off.
No, I just wanted to mention real quick that if you look at Todd, you can tell how grainy it is, but who cares? It's FA Batman. It's the first collectible on VeVe, so I don't really care about aesthetics when we're talking about a piece that significant. But go ahead, thank you.
Oh no, I kind of wanted to touch on the UR because you're absolutely right about the UR. Like I didn't go for Lambo mainly because we were filming with KC, but I'm glad I didn't go for Lambo because I probably would have gotten a purple or a yellow Lambo and it would have went under retail, and I could go into the market later and buy the one I wanted, but I would prefer to have ASM 129. Why would I prefer that? It's got 500 editions. It looks great. It's like the closest cover to the original cover. And, it's only 35 gems opposed to you're buying, SR Luke, which is not 35 gems. And to me, as much as I love Luke and, it's a part of our history. So is the Punisher, and he's $35.
Yeah.
He's an exclusive cover. You only can get him on VeVe. Kind of see where I'm going here.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. And also the cover's yellow, the same as the Lambo. So you're technically getting the same color for what you want.
Very true, man.
And I gotta say, I mean, because I was watching that. Shout out to VeVe Investments, by the way. Thank you for the interview. Great job, brother. Appreciate you.
That's literally what I was just about to do. I just noticed that VeVe Investments has jumped into the house with us. So I just want to give a big shout out to your interview with Dyno. Absolute gold, mate. Loved it.
My bad, Osman. I didn't mean to steal your thunder there. You're the host. My bad.
No, that's all good, mate. All good, mate. You basically beat me to it. So great minds think alike and all that.
But I did want to say, during that interview, I kind of put a clip of how during the last community update there was a VeVeVerse demo again, and I was looking at, because David always says all these posters are dropping because when you have all these walls and they're blank, you're going to want to put something on them. And so when I was watching that video again, as I was editing, I was thinking, man, yeah, the walls look really blank. Like that's exactly where my eye went. And I just know Hinano, because he doesn't like posters, I know he's going to have all the comic covers all over the walls, and that's going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, man. Well, that's my plan as well, man. I'm going to plaster my wall with all my UR comics when we can eventually do it. Nice one. All right, what else has been happening in the market? So we've had the Lambos drop. We've also got the Fantastic Four annual number 6 dropping. Well, for me this afternoon, but I guess everyone else tomorrow morning is the FA of Franklin Richards, the son of what's it? Reed Richards and Sue Storm. Who's going for that one? Because that one looks like a pretty big hitter as well.
Yeah, I need help with this one. Hinano, or somebody who knows comics.
Anybody want to jump in?
Sorry, guys,
I
I was
looked it up.
not paying attention. I had a little,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I'm doing a little IT thing here real quick. So repeat the question.
I know we were just saying, like, the upcoming comic drop. We've got the FA of Franklin Richards. God, I'm having trouble saying that. Just saying who's going for it, because it seems like it's a pretty heavy hitter in the real world.
Honestly, I didn't know we were getting that comic. I'm a little bit behind on the VV feed. When is that coming out?
Well, for me it's this afternoon, but I think it's the normal drop time, which I think for you guys is in the morning.
11 hours.
Ah, there you go, 11 hours. But yeah, it is the let me just bring it up here on my little laptop. So Fantastic Four annual number 6, which is the FA and birth of Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue Richards. Now I'm definitely going for it because the Ultra Rare is another one done by Nicoretta Balderi. Again, another one of my favorite artists, and yeah, I think it looks really really cool. But I think it's also got a pretty big in real life value as well, because I think if I'm not mistaken, Franklin Richards is a pretty heavy hitter in the comic book world.
I think I read something like he's the strongest mutant. I could have that wrong, but I thought I read that. And yeah, I did see that it has a decent price in real life, and there's only 5,000 of them. I really do like the ultra rare cover as well. I might just go for it at the risk of it being at or under retail if I hit a common or uncommon, but something that at least it's a solid comic, and there's always a chance of getting that nice UR. I love Baldari as well. She's awesome. So I would be very happy with that one. Probably flip the SR if I get it, or just hold on to a common, because yeah, it's a pretty decent book from what I've researched.
Yeah, same. And I've also noticed we just had Mr. Champ jump in our live stream as well, man. Thank you for joining us. I just want to have a quick shout out because I believe you're the one who started the We Are Here movement, or we're still here.
Here to stay.
So yeah, I just want to say thank you. Here to stay. That's the one. Sorry, I only woke up a little while ago. My coffee's still kicking in, so if I'm rambling, I do apologize. But yeah, here to stay movement, mate. Just want to say thank you so much for sparking that off, because that's really a bit of positive energy the space really needed when not much was going on. So yeah, big thank you to myself and everyone here, I guess. But yeah, anyone who is just joining in or just jumped in, so this is VeVe Wednesdays, brought to you by the VeVe Collective, where we just basically chill, talk about what's been happening in the VeVe market, any pop culture news. We talk Marvel, Star Wars, fandom, film, TV, and yeah, basically just positive vibes and just chill out and just yeah, just enjoy everyone's company and conversation.
Yep, thank you for everyone joining. Got a lot of VeVe members in here. Hope everyone's doing well tonight. And I guess, are you going to talk about the gauntlet at some point? Because that's dropping this weekend.
That was actually going to be my next topic, is everyone's soulstone crafting experience, and the gauntlet's coming. So how was everyone's experience, and did anyone actually go for the crafting? Because I did not.
Yeah, I crafted just to say that I did, and a little thing in the back of my head said that I should participate in something like this. I remember when they were doing the 1-of-1 drops, and I just threw a $1 bid in, ended up getting an airdrop, and I was like, oh, that's cool that they did that. Maybe they'll do something similar. But even if they don't, I just wanted to experience it. Got to burn one of my Thors. I didn't have any Electras. I have the animated Groot, and I didn't really want to burn it just because it's FA and animated. So I had 3 Thors, so I went ahead and burned that, and it was pretty satisfying. So yeah, it was a fun experience. So after, of course, it actually worked, because there were some difficulties for the first day and a half or so, but very cool. I'm just very bullish on the mechanism.
Yeah, man, it opens up so many different possibilities, and the way that we can start really getting some excitement back in this app. Because like I said before, in previous cast, it kind of reminds me of like if anyone's ever played like Diablo 2, like on the old PC, like it's like the Herodric cube, where you basically get like shards of like gems and stuff like that, and you stick them in this like little cube, and you can like transmute it all into like different objects. So it's the same sort of concept when I sort of look at this thing like that VeVe's trying to do.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what's next, right? Because they obviously rolled this out as the first time. They're going to perfect the mechanism, hopefully get it to run more smoothly. I mean, let's not forget, if anybody that was around in early mid 2021, drops were a disaster back then. They fixed it.
Oh,
now
yeah.
drops are seamless. Of course, Golden Moments kind of broke the system for a little bit, but you know, there's always things like this in tech. But they're going to perfect this, and it's going to be a really cool mechanism. We'll see what other brands are willing to do this, but we know Marvel is, so that's exciting. I'm just curious what's next in terms of crafting and burning.
Well, yeah. Well, I suppose like the next thing that might be on the list is maybe burning comics. Like maybe like how they were talking before about like burning X amount of common comics to get like an exclusive ultra rare or something like that. I can definitely see that coming somewhere down the pipeline.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit something that on something that David you spoke about last year, November, December timeframe, Osmond. He did mention about burning like 5 commons, 3 uncommons, 2 rares, and like 1 ultra rare to get something that is not available to be purchased on the market.
Yeah. I mean, like I think that's probably the grand plan once they sort of work out the bugs for like from the crafting system they're doing now. But also a funny story, like how was it like that story about that bloke who burnt a ultra rare Miles Morales for a soul stone. I was like, whew, that's ballsy.
That happened?
Yes.
Oh,
That's a flex.
True story.
Yeah, it's actually on the blockchain. I want to say it's secret rare number 297, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, somewhere around there, 297, 298, somewhere around there. But yeah, just like, oof, that's a bold move. That's sacrifice right there.
So anybody that
that's
has 297 of the other 2 rarities, abort that mission and find a different number.
Hey, just on that point, actually, it would be great. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, I also
search for mint numbers, specific ones
sorry,
for each collectible. How good would it be if we could actually, now that we can burn these items, research which number has actually been burnt? Because we have no idea which number's been burnt. So if you're like chasing a set number, you've got no idea what you're doing now, right? I think that would be something pretty cool to have.
Okay, well, like actually, like being able to search, like mint, like the mint numbers that possibly been burnt, or just to sort of help, like build your own collection. Like if you're like chasing a specific mint number.
Yeah, exactly. So you just, if you're like chasing something specific, you don't lose your time if you know something's been burnt already.
Yeah. I can definitely see that like being definitely a handy tool, because like there are people out there who do like search for sets and specific mint numbers. Yeah, I can definitely see that working. Oh, Biggest Bro's got his hand up. So would you like to throw something in there, mate?
First, I would like to say good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all my WebVe friends. How you doing today?
We're doing good, mate. How are you?
I'm good, man. I saw you guys talking about the gauntlet, man, and I just have to throw this in there, man. I was really excited this week to burn the witch. I went on everybody's post like, oh, I'm gonna burn Electra, and there goes Fro protecting his girl for 2 days straight. 2 days straight. I tried to burn her. She did not want to go. I was so frustrated, but then finally, he let go of his grip, and I got her in my soul stone. It was a glorious day.
Yeah.
But to the point of the mint numbers, actually, Omi Daily Burned actually has a list with all of the mint numbers that were burned. So
Oh, really?
that's why, yeah, that's how they were able to tell which SR Miles was burned. And the same guy actually burned a UR Miles too, an ultra rare at the same
Oof.
time. Same dude. So it's I don't know what's going on with that, man. I don't know what kind of benefit he thought he was going to get, or that he thought he was going to get a super soul stone. I don't know, but yeah,
Maybe get
ouch.
maybe get a soul stone, like, you know, with like Spider-Man patterns or something on it.
Yeah, his spidey senses are off.
Well off, like broken. I would say, because what's the UR Miles going for in the market now? That's a very good question. I'm going to look that up real quick.
I think it's
What if
11K.
he got like
Because
what if he got like a really bad mint number too, right? Like the worst mint
oh,
number after burning those two.
Yeah.
that would be brutal.
I mean, that's just
There we go,
FU money, to be honest. It's just
well, yeah.
now he could just say, yeah, I burned a UR Miles, whatever. I mean, that's just absurd.
Here we go. UR Miles is going for 649 gems on the floor.
Oh, my bad. Why do I think it's SR? My bad. Wow.
If it was SR, that'd be even more
Okay, I'm
devastating.
stupid. This whole time I thought you were talking about SR. Wow.
No, just the UR. I mean, if somebody was crazy enough to burn the SR, it's like, wow. I mean, like, there, yeah, that is definitely sacrifice.
No. He burned both
Okay.
SR and UR.
That's what I
He
thought.
Oh,
burned
did he?
both.
Well, it was both of
All
them.
right, cool. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, that monster burned both.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
Who
that is
who is
definitely
this
FU money.
person? Does anyone know?
I guess their names is Wags122 something.
Dox him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wags.
Yeah, no. Somebody else doxed him. I'm just reporting. You know, I'm just a reporter.
Well, Wags, I tip my hat to you. You're definitely a much braver man than me.
Yeah, I know people that would kill for SR Miles, and he was just burning one for a soul stone. That's crazy.
Yeah, because what's the floor on SR Miles at the moment? I mean, that definitely is not cheap.
That I thought was 11K, but it might have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 12K.
12K, is it?
So he literally burned $12,000 for an $8 stone.
Like,
That's crazy.
yeah.
He deserves
Brutal.
something special.
Brutal.
Yeah, give that guy like some kind of airdrop or something.
He's the new poolside. We have a new one.
Oh, there we go. The floor on animated Miles is 12.5K now. So yeah, still a lot.
I wonder how many he has.
Well, definitely one less now.
Yeah, unless he was under the assumption of he really had he probably went down the line of all the collectibles and tried to burn each one, and probably got the error and just said, this is my last ditch effort. Let's see what would happen, and
Yeah.
just went for the SR Miles. But yeah, that's wow. That's incredible and insanely incredible. Like he's got the guts and the gall to do that. It's
Yeah.
wow.
It just seems to be like everyone's reaction, doesn't it? Just like, wow, everyone's just like speechless.
We need a
Here's the crazy thing. He did it last night. It wasn't like he was like it was a mistake. Like he did it. He just did it. I don't know why, but he did it.
we need one of
Yeah.
the content creators to interview him and ask, because that's a fascinating story. I want to hear that story.
I can think of someone who might be up for it. So, what do you reckon, Dyno? Try and get him
someone better than me. Somebody a heavy hitter's got to do it. That would be awesome. And wow, what an amazing story that would be.
What? But wait, why not you? I mean, let me just say it like this: you don't have to be a heavy hitter to interview anybody. You just gotta do it, man. Why not? Why not you? Why not us? Why can't we all do it? Let's do it.
Yeah.
That's true.
We'll reach out, get him on VeVe Wednesdays. We can just have a chill out session with him.
I love that
Yeah,
mentality,
guys,
Hinano. I love
let's
that
do it,
mentality.
man. I think we're at this point where it's like, what? Why not? You know, what's the worst can happen? No, right?
Yeah, let's say he says no, and then we go, oh, and then move on.
Yeah, exactly.
Dyno, I got your first question. All you gotta
Ooh.
do is just pause for 5 seconds and just go, but why?
Such a deep and meaningful
You know what I'm
question.
talking about. Why?
And that's it.
Wow.
Be
Yeah,
about
and here
that.
I am feeling bad about burning an Electra. Like I couldn't burn an Electra. I went for Groot and burned him and burned a Thor and in a Sue Storm, and gosh, it's just I feel so bad for the guy. Like I hope he gets in this, like you said, a special airdrop or something.
Mm. Yeah, same. So I just hope he gets something out of it. Yeah, because that is a very big move. And yeah, again, I tip my hat to you, sir.
SR Miles is 12.5K, but Electra is priceless. I think that's probably why you couldn't pull the trigger.
Oh, for sure.
You can't put a price tag on her.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
biggest bro, biggest bro. He's laughing at me. I know he is on the inside. All those photos that Ed made and all those funny memes of me holding her up in the bodyguard with Whitney
Oh yeah,
Houston.
mate.
Oh my gosh.
That just gone viral. That one. That was amazing.
You got the face of a hero.
That was awesome. I mean, and by the way,
I couldn't
I
tell
couldn't
you.
burn an Electra either. I had to burn my Thors. So, but just to see you hold her up, like that was just hilarious. Who made that?
The amount of belly laughs you gave me on that picture, man, I can't tell you, man. I was like, that's why. It's solely Fro's fault. This is all Fro's fault.
That's it. I was actually looking at that photo and thinking, like, the one thing it's actually missing now that would just complete this photo is if you had, like, Whitney Houston's, like, Bodyguard song in the background playing.
Oh, it's done. It's done. I'm clipping it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna clip it
There you
now.
go, do it. Yeah, get that on Twitter. Like, you had the picture of Fro and, like, Electra and you have, like, and I can just close my eyes and see it now.
I feel like this is
If
the start of a
If Ed was in
movie.
here, it'd be done already.
Yeah, he'd be on it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Someone's gonna make a movie about it. That was the movie poster. Now we need to see a movie.
Dino, I would buy that poster.
Yeah, I'd buy that one too.
Tell Ed to mint it. OpenSea, or not even open, whatever. In the VeVeVerse. Sell it in the VeVeVerse.
That's it. You can definitely see it going on someone's wall in the VeVeVerse.
I'll be sweeping the floor, sweeping all of them.
Oh, you should get airdropped one, Fro.
Yeah, nice. Right, what else has been happening in the world today? Actually, just on the subject of movies and cinemas and stuff, I've had a little bit of cinema news. So with my mix it up a little bit here. Has anyone seen the whole heap of new trailers that have just been dropping lately? So we've had if anyone's seen it, we've had the Meg 2. So if anyone's seen the one with Jason Statham fighting a massive shark, that one's quite entertaining. But one that I was quite interested with is the Gran Turismo trailer. Has anyone seen the new Gran Turismo trailer movie?
Oh, I've seen it, man. It looks great, and I love that game.
Looks good.
It looks
Yeah, same.
it looks really good, and I'm a big fan of David Harbour, so I'm glad that he's in the flick as well. But like, yeah, I mean, PS3, my thumbs would like hurt for like weeks just playing that game. I still have that game.
Yeah, I used to play like loads like back when I was like younger, and like I saw the trailers. Yeah, you got David Harbour. So yeah, you've got like Red Guardian, and like yeah, there's like Lando Bloom. There's like Legolas. So I was like, he's starting to age a little bit, but he's still looking good. And but yeah, it does actually look like a really fun fun film.
And it's a
And of
biopic,
course,
isn't it? I mean, isn't it based off a true story?
something like that. Yeah,
That's a trip where they took regular gamers and turned them into race car drivers.
yeah. I mean, like can you imagine like it's a completely different completely different environment. Like going like from playing it on a computer screen to actually driving a
Yeah,
car.
well, it's like driving a jet with wheels, right?
Exactly. Another fun one I saw as well is I got the trailer out for the second part of Dune, Frank Herbert's Dune, which I thought now that would be a really cool one to have in the app. Get like some sandworms and like some of like the vehicles and in the app that could be fun. Is anyone familiar with Dune? Frank Herbert's Dune?
I'm not a fan of the new one, to be very honest.
No.
I enjoyed the first one with Kyle MacLachlan. But yeah, this new one, yeah, I just wasn't a fan for it.
Not doing it?
It's not doing it for me.
No. I think the sandworms are cool. I like the sandworms. Has anyone had a chance to see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie yet? Because I'm hoping to get to see it coming this or no not this weekend, next weekend. But I've heard it's been really good, really nice send off.
I've heard it's really nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I haven't yet, but I can't wait to see it.
It was a great end to the trilogy, and it makes me very excited for what he's going to do with DC. Like James Gunn, he did his thing there, man. It was a really good movie. It got laughs, it got tears out of me. It was great, man.
Excellent.
I didn't cry. I wanted to. Okay, so before we went and watched the movie, we actually went. It was last week Saturday. We watched the movie. It was on Free Comic Book Day. So I went with my daughter. We grabbed our free comic books. We got like 20 free comics. And I remember our LCS owner came to me and said, Hinano, do you cry? I said, well, depends. Like, well, you're going to cry tonight when you watch that movie. I said, okay, and I went and watched the movie. I did not cry once. And I don't know if I'm a bad person for not crying, but I was waiting for the cry moment. I couldn't. I cried when I saw the Enterprise on the screen for the first time on TV in a very long time. But like for Guardians of the Galaxy, I didn't cry. It was a really great movie, and Biggest Bro is right to end the trilogy. It was just phenomenal. James Gunn is phenomenal. But yeah, I didn't get emotional.
No, right, but yeah, I've heard that it was really good, and yeah, like Biggest Bro said, I'm quite excited to see like what James Gunn's going to do, like with the DC universe, because he's already made like a bit of an impact already, like with the new Flash movie, but he's also done the first season of Peacemaker with John Cena. If anyone's ever seen that is absolutely hilarious. So I do recommend that one to anyone who hasn't seen it yet.
Is John Cena that guy that follows D on Twitter?
Quite possibly. I think he might be.
That's right. I thought I saw his name floating around.
That's the guy. You want to elaborate on that, D?
No, guess not.
All I know is the
secret.
Real Uncommon podcast, man. They're meeting celebrities, getting follows and likes from Star Trek actresses and John's professional actor wrestlers. Doing it big.
Yeah, I was gonna say how you going with getting Jerry Ryan on the pod, mate?
Oh, well, it's a lot of documents and NDAs. I can't say right now, guys, but yeah, stay tuned.
Soon or soon?
Soon, but not soon enough.
That's it. Stay tuned. Yeah, I love it.
I just want to ask a question right quick, and just to go back to the gauntlet thing.
Absolutely.
Is anybody holding the stones in this chat room? Like holding them all?
Me? No.
Yeah, I do. I got all of them. I'm gonna be so gutted if I can't land that gauntlet on the drop, mate. If I have to get it insane price on the secondary, I'm just gonna shoot myself. No, I won't. I'll be super disappointed.
I'm trying to downplay the gauntlet so hard, man. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna go under retail for sure. Come on, guys, come on.
Yes, please.
I mean, you never know. It might, because there's only like the Aethers done. Like there's 3,800 of them, right? So that's like the max number of like full gauntlet you could make, which obviously we won't reach the max number. And there's more than 6,000 gauntlet. So you won't be able to use all of them anyways to complete them. So likely going to stay or go below retail, I reckon. But you never know with the bots, right? They might just hold it until like the airdrop is over, and you'll be like, no.
Mm,
Anyone else?
yeah.
Anyone else gonna try and complete the set?
Me? Nah, not me. I'm probably just gonna keep hanging out for comics.
That SRI it made me hesitate too much. I didn't want to pay up for the SRI a few months ago, and I didn't know if we would need it or not. So I just decided to go all out in terms of like don't buy any of them. But man, I'm struggling with the gauntlet. I don't know because yeah, like you said, there's only 3,800 of the rarest stone, and there's so many more gauntlets. I don't know if they're going to be so hard to get for you guys. So I mean, that's just my opinion. I'm debating
Mm.
whether to even go for the drop because who wants a gauntlet with no stones?
Yeah, true.
Exactly. We should
True.
all not go for the drop, you know?
Yeah, that's very
Just not
true.
go for it. Yeah.
That's it. You don't want to go for this drop. This drop's crap. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, trash. Lambo Part 2.
We
Don't go for it, man.
Yeah.
we turned into a FUD group real quick.
So nothing wrong with a bit of fun if it's just in jest, in jokes. So we all love about joking on this channel. So
Yeah.
that's what it's all about: positive vibes and just chilling.
All the
Yeah,
Silver Age
exactly.
comics is junk, it's trash. Stay away from the Silver Age. You want the Modern Age books, they're the best because they're crisp and clean.
Absolutely.
See, positive fun. This is good.
That's it. Positive fun. I like that.
You know, biggest bro, I should have came out and said that at the very beginning about Electra. Don't burn an Electra. You get the worst mint numbers on the Soul Stone ever. Burn something better.
That's it. Burning miles.
He's right. Okay, I burned a Thor and I got a 3 digit, so you're absolutely right, Fro.
I burned a Thor and got a 5 digit, so I don't know what happened there.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you know, on the Soul Stone, I guess the first comic was released in December 1st, 1990. So I've been looking for that mint number on the Soul Stone, like 12190 or 1290. Yeah, it's if you guys find it, that is a great find for you all.
Oh, there we go. So throw dropping some alpha for everybody.
No, that was hilarious. Didn't you say to Fan Bam, like, wow, I can't believe you burnt that mint, and then you made up some random date to make it sound like that was the FA? That was great.
Oh, you saw that. You saw that. Yeah, she was pretty much trolling me about Electra like for the last day and a half, and I was like, so I went and I looked at her mint number. She goes, check it out. I birthed Electra. And I just made some, like you said, some random number and date that matched what she burns. And she DM'd me. She's like, you almost had me.
That was great, man. That cracked me up.
Speaking of trailers, did you guys see that Dune trailer though? Like I'm excited, man.
We were just talking about the June trailer, saying that yeah, it does look really good, and like I enjoyed the first movie, but I would just love to see some sandworms on the app. I reckon that'd be really cool.
Pardon my ignorance, but who makes the movie? Does VeVe have a partnership with them? Is that something that we could see come into the app, or is that pure like fantasy?
I think it's just pure speculation, but a guy can hope.
Oh, I'm the one tweeting every day about Nintendo. I wasn't hating on you. I was just wondering because I never heard of it, so I got to do some research.
Oh yeah, no, look it up. It is a remake. I mean, like they did have the original June, like with Hinano was saying with Kyle MacLachlan and Sting, if I remember right, was in it. Back in I don't know how far back it was now. I'll have to look it up.
80s.
But
It was in the
yeah,
80s.
it was the 80s, was it?
Yeah. I don't know. I grew up watching that movie, so I'm kind of more in tune to that one. I mean, don't get me
Oh,
wrong,
here we go.
the newer one was good. Frank Herbert's Dune. But yeah. Maybe the second
Oh,
part
here
will
we
be
go.
better.
Yeah, we'll see. Oh, here we go. It was 84. 84 was the original Dune.
Before I was born.
Yeah, same.
It's a very seminal movie. It's not really like action packed, but if you knew the storyline from back in the day and you understand, what's going on in Dune, then it's a really good story. It's a very lush environment in the movie.
Mm.
It's just and it's very seminal. Like it's thought provoking and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we got that to look forward to. Oh, another one dropping. I think it's this week. Might be the end of the week. Is a new Fast and Furious movie. So, any rev heads out there?
I still watch it, even though it's gone a long way from street racing. I
Oh
remember
God, yes,
street
it has.
racing. But yeah, I'm gonna watch a guy defeat a helicopter with a car now. That's gonna be fun.
I know, guy, it has gotten ridiculous, hasn't it? Like ever since probably like Tokyo Drift, I think it's just basically just gotten more and more ridiculous with every movie. But again, it's like it's entertaining ridiculous though. It's like it really does like draw you in.
I don't know, man. Like the last one where they were in space,
But yeah,
I had to walk away from it. Like I still didn't finish the last one just because that last scene with them in space, just it was nonsensical. I just couldn't watch it.
yeah. So I was like the same. I was like, okay, so we've crossed that line now. Now that we're basically Fast and Furious in space. I was like, no, that's it. That's the end of the franchise. That they have to stop now.
Even Tokyo Drift was still a race car movie, right? We
Yeah,
didn't get anything crazy. And like now those guys are, well, anyways, I won't give spoilers away, but yeah, they're way out there now.
yeah.
I think Fast Five is
Yeah,
the
no,
Yeah,
last
it's
time I saw one.
I think when they started making more about like doing like stupid stunts and like turn more into a heist movie than anything like doing like bank robberies and all this crazy stuff and just getting away from like actually street racing like what the original was is when it just went completely off the rails. And also when The Rock came into it as well, that was another level of insanity.
Well, they turned Fast and the Furious into Last Action Hero. That's how I view it. It,
Yeah,
it
basically.
just became a really big, stupid movie.
at this
That's it.
point, Fast and Furious is like Jason. Like you just put them in just different situations, and nothing's gonna kill it.
That's true.
Nothing's
That's
gonna
true.
stop it. It's just gonna keep going.
That's it.
What number is this
Say
now?
Fast and
10 or
Furious.
9 or 11? What is it?
This is 10. I think
10.
it's
The one
it's
coming up is 10.
yeah,
Wow.
it's Fast X, so it'll be 10. But I
Oh,
think this is like part one, and then there's one more, and then that's the end of it.
is Vin Diesel
Speak.
still doing it?
Yep, Vin Diesel's still there.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sure Evolve was pretty stoked that it's coming out. He's into cars.
Yeah, he's the group's rev head.
So
He might
speaking of
drive it.
Jason, biggest bro, my favorite movie is actually Jason X, where he's in space. I don't know if you guys seen that one. It's really silly and stupid, but it was a good,
Mhm.
fun movie to watch.
It
Jason in
it
space.
yeah, I've seen it.
That's why I brought it up because I was like Jason in space, Fast and Furious in space. Like they're unstoppable. Like every time I think I'm not gonna see the movie, there's something in the commercial that got me, and then this time it was you took everything away from me, but my car. Like oh god,
That's
now
it.
I have to see it.
I was like, I ain't got friends, I got family. It's like- But yeah, no, I do enjoy Vin Diesel though. I do feel like he has kind of lost a little bit of star power over the years. But I mean, like but in saying that, he has pretty much cemented himself as like Groot. And so, and like all he had to do was just like say like three lines like I am Groot in like different languages, and like he's basically cemented himself in Marvel history with very little. Well, with very little effort,
Didn't
And
he
he
make
made
an onion?
millions saying that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
and he
Millions.
made millions saying it. Yep.
Ungodly
So
amount of money doing
again,
it.
my guy. What's that, mate?
No, I was gonna call attention to that he made ungodly amounts of money for doing it. I think
Mm.
Comics and Crypto. I saw them tweet that story out. I forgot how many millions, but it's a lot.
Yeah, he did very well with it. Like, and all he had to do was say, "I am Groot," in like, every language you can think of. And yeah, I mean, Robert Downey Jr. did the same thing with Iron Man. I mean, like, there was a bit of speculation going around and saying if he ever wanted to return to the franchise, one theory they could do is like make him into an AI, and then that way, all he'd have to do is basically just come in, do a little bit of work, and then they could basically just reproduce his like voice and just have it like, he could basically be like the new Jarvis.
Hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. And doesn't he
Yeah, I was like,
mentor Riri Williams? Do I have that wrong? I thought he did that. So they.
uh, I'm not sure, but he definitely could. I mean, like, all it would take with like basically him just to come and do a whole heap of voiceover work, and then that's basically it. Then leave, and then they can just reproduce that like, throughout the rest of the movies. They can make him like as an AI. They can even do him like, as like holographic image or something like that, because it's the same sort of stuff he was doing in, which one was it? I want to say Infinity War or something like that, where he had like, that little presentation where he was doing like, the AI version of himself as when he was younger.
Oh, like Barf. I forgot what it was called, like Barf, whatever. But
Yeah,
yeah, that
it's
little
the
simulation.
yeah, it's the same sort of tech that what's it, Mysterio was using in Spider-Man.
Hmm.
So again, speculation,
Ways to bring it
and
back.
it also it is a way to bring him back into the franchise without having to actually have him in the franchise.
Yeah, and speaking of him and the Infinity Gauntlet, man, that was so damn cool in Endgame when he snapped.
Oh yeah,
Oh man.
I mean that whole end scene in Endgame was just like epic. I mean, like, you see all the portals opening up, like, everyone's like assembling, seeing all the Marvel characters on screen in like one take. You just like it's like fanboys, like, free. I remember I was in the cinema, like, when that happened, and like everybody's like losing their minds.
Yeah, I saw it
But
like
yeah,
three, 4 years later, and just in my room by myself on Disney Plus, and I thought it was epic. So I could only imagine in the theater.
um, oh mate, yeah, you should have seen in the cinema, like everyone's like jumping out of their seats and going, yeah, yeah. It was like being like at like the Super Bowl or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. I literally like my popcorn was flying all over the place when I saw that scene. Like, I just started yelling. Exactly. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
badass. You know?
yeah, I'm like, oh my God.
That is so cool. It was
Yeah,
cool
so,
for
and
me
then
because I got to binge all the way up to that, so it was very fresh. But I'm sure did you guys go ahead and watch Infinity Wars and maybe even watch all the Avenger movies just to kind of get yourself hyped for it, or did you kind of just go in cold?
oh mate, I was already hyped for it. I mean, I've been watching all the Marvel movies, like, basically just all through the years. Like, as soon as they came out, I was like, bang, into the theater, watch one, and then just keep going that way. But yeah, I've watched all of them. So looking forward to the newest one coming out, which I believe is Secret Wars. No, Secret Invasion is the latest one to hit Disney Plus coming soon. I think end of next month. So yeah, always trying to keep up with the Marvel stuff.
That's the one with Samuel
Yeah,
L. Jackson, right?
Yeah, Samuel
yeah,
Jackson and the Skrulls.
yeah. That in game in the theater was one of my favorite experiences. Like, there's two moments where like the theater went nuts, and that's when Cap got the hammer and he grabbed the hammer. Everybody was like,
Oh
ah, it's
yeah, yeah,
opening
that was another one.
again.
Yeah,
Man,
you
when
just like,
those portals, man.
oh
Whew. Then Ant-Man comes and just punches the ship and is like, oh, it's on and popping,
yeah,
baby.
I laughed so hard because it looked so funny, just him in slow motion, just huge Ant-Man just punching the thing in the
yeah,
face.
just bullets.
I died laughing.
Man, I was like all over this, like, just in that like that 10 minutes like scene. I was just like, oh my god, there's Spider-Man, there's Black Panther. Oh my god, you can see Drax, Star-Lord. Everyone's like flying all over the shop. Like, my god, Valkyrie's on like a Pegasus. Where did that come from? I don't care. This is awesome.
Yeah, where did that Pegasus come from? You're right.
Yeah, I did actually. I did ask that question. It's like the only time you ever see a Pegasus like in the whole Marvel like cinematic universe, and it chooses now. I'm just like, where did she pick a like Pegasus like up from somewhere? It's like I don't care, like because there's just so much awesome stuff going on.
They had him in the back this whole time.
In Wakanda,
That's it.
had them waiting in Wakanda or something, wherever they came from.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm just glad. I love when a movie delivers, and so I'm excited for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that everyone's saying that it wrapped up really well. That's so key to me, just to tie a nice bow on it
Mm.
and not leave you disappointed. I hate when you go through a trilogy, you're enjoying it, and then you just get let down by the ending. So yeah, really excited to see that now that I'm getting the good feedback. But yeah, Avengers, man, what an epic ending. And then it's kind of like, well, how do you keep going from there? It's kind of hard, and I think it's been a
Well,
slow ever since, right?
yeah, it has. I mean, like they haven't really dropped anything like of that sort of magnitude, like since Endgame. Everything's sort of either plateaued or sort of dropped off a little bit. Because what have we had in the meantime? We've had Moon Knight, which was really good. We've had Miss Marvel, which I really enjoyed Miss Marvel. I thought that set things up really nicely. We've had we've had like WandaVision, which was a real trippy, like really sort of trippy to start with, but it made sense in the end. We've had the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which again was another really good series, and of course we've had She-Hulk, which had started off strong and then just fell off a cliff. And then yeah, we got the Secret Invasion coming up at the end of next month, and then I believe next one in the pipeline must be the new Marvels movie.
I feel like they're just kind of doing some character development again. They kind of had to reset after Endgame, and now
Mm.
they're introducing new characters and trying to get us to see their story. And then, I mean, come on, man, X-Men hasn't even come yet. Fantastic Four hasn't
No,
even
but they,
come yet.
no, but they've teased it
Secret Wars,
heavily.
right? So there's a lot of good stuff, and then even looking even further down the road, and I don't really know how popular Young Avengers is, but it's kind of cool that they're setting up the Young Avengers too. So there's a,
Mm.
there's a lot going on, but it
Yeah.
just feel like we're in a valley right now trying to get to that point.
Yeah, well, that's right. It seems like Marvel's just sort of like experimenting with like different demographics, different genres, just trying to see what sticks, what doesn't. Because I think that they did a interview with Kevin Feige like a while back, and he more or less said like we know everything sort of doesn't make sense at the moment, but we promise that like down the line it's all going to start coming together.
They have a plan, guys. It's all planned. They planned this out years in
Oh, of course
advance.
they
If
do.
you really look at like the original Iron Man movie, it took them a few years just to get to Avengers 1, and they planned that. And you can kind of see
Yeah.
their planning with these little peppered shows. Like Loki is a very good denomination on what's to
Oh
come.
yeah, Loki.
Like
I forgot
literally
Loki.
Loki is 100%. That is like the path we're headed, with Kang. Ant-Man gave us a really good preview of what's to come.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four is coming. You're right. X-Men. Guys, I am so stoked for the X-Men. I can't wait. I just want to know which
Oh.
storyline they're going to use. Moonage, you're down there. Which storyline they're going to use?
That's it. But yeah, no, we got X-Men. Also as well, I think that Adam Driver has just signed on to play Mr. Fantastic.
Mm.
So I think he's going to be our Mr. Fantastic.
Was he Kylo Ren? Do I have that right?
He was Kylo Ren.
Okay.
So we'll see. He might be able to do it.
I mean, come on. There's people that know what they're doing, like Hinano said. I'm not gonna act like I'm some casting expert or something. They know what they're doing, so they've got a vision. I know a lot of people like the guy from The Office. Forgot his name. Starts with a K, or his last name starts with a K.
Is that
Krasinski,
yeah,
I
John
think.
Krasinski,
Krasinski, yeah.
yeah, John Krasinski. He played Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness, and yeah, he was the more popular choice to play him, and he did a really good job in the Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, I thought so too. But for whatever reason, they went a different direction. But got to trust that they,
Mm.
they know what they're doing. They've gotten us this far, right? So
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, like, I say, like, give him a fair go, see what he can do. I mean, like, some said exactly the same thing about Heath Ledger when he played the Joker, and look how that turned out.
oh, epic, epic,
Heath is the best Joker.
the best.
Yes, I completely agree.
I've always hated Joker, and when Heath played that role, I started liking Joker, and he will always be my Joker. I mean, he just slayed that. So good.
Yeah. Actually, that's a good question. Like, because everyone always goes, like, who's my Batman? I mean, like, because obviously Keaton is like my number one Batman. But I'm curious, who's everyone's Joker?
Heath for sure. I haven't seen the latest one, so I can't really speculate on that. But yeah, Heath is my favorite.
Ooh,
I gotta go Mark Hamill, man. I gotta go Mark Hamill.
I was gonna
That's
say
my
Mark
that,
Hamill?
man.
Yeah,
Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill's definitely my second Joker.
Mm.
No takers for Jack Nicholson?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
No. Who's the bloke who played Joker in the Adam West days? I can never remember his name. Anybody know?
No idea. I just want to shout out Mpacks though,
No.
because we were just talking about X-Men coming to the MCU, and his ears must have been burning. So here he is. Sorry, didn't mean to change the subject. Just wanted to say that real quick.
Nah, it's all good, mate. No, good to see you, Mpacks. Thanks for dropping in, mate. And also we got Nas as well. MichaelCampa's in the house as well. A few other familiar faces I see as well. Thank you for joining us. Okay, again, if you're coming back, so this is WebV Wednesdays, where we talk Marvel, comics, fandom, film, TV, and just a general chill out. Just talk, sharing the fandom that we love. And again, this is brought to you by the WebV Collective. And yeah, let's carry on.
So, the Joker from the Adam West film show is Cesar Romero.
Romero, that's the guy.
I don't even remember him, but I used to watch the show, but I don't remember him.
Yeah, I remember him because that's what sort of like Jack Nicholson sort of like based his sort of performance on, was sort of like more towards that sort of like funny, like sort of slapstick haha type stuff, whereas then Heath Ledger came along and sort of based it more like, on your, like, your sort of like serial killer.
Oh, like dark. Yeah, very
Yeah,
dark.
like real dark. And then who else have we had? Oh, we've also had what's it? The guy who played Mobius in Suicide
Jared
Squad.
Leto.
Jared Leto,
Yeah.
that's the one.
I thought he did okay.
I thought he did okay too. It's just a different take.
Yeah, I liked him in the Snyder Cut.
Do I have that wrong?
What's that? Sorry.
30 Seconds to Mars, the band.
That's the one. Yeah, yeah. He's the front man.
Yeah, gotcha.
He's another really good actor too. He's done some pretty extreme stuff in the past.
And then you got the other Joker with Lady Gaga now.
Yeah,
his movie.
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
I thought he did a really good job. Like, it's just like, again, a different version of the Joker.
I just got I have 5 Jim Lee Jokers, FAs from way back in the day, and I love every single time they keep coming out with another Joker. I'm like, yes, this is good for that collectible. Keep it going. Keep the legacy alive. Now they're going to do DCU Joker, I'm sure, so yeah.
Yeah, I would love to drop, like, the animated animated series Batman Joker on the Mark Hamill one. I reckon that'd be really cool. Or even if we even get the Heath Ledger Joker, that'd be another good one to have on the app.
Yeah, the long green hair. Whew,
Mm.
crazy. Why so serious?
Let's put a smile on that face. Yeah, why so serious?
Damn, if he said that.
Oh mate, if it was animated and like he actually said that why so serious, or let's put a smile on that face. I mean I reckon that'd be a pretty hot collectible.
Yeah, I'd buy it. I don't care if it's FA or not. I'm buying that.
Is Cookie Monster the only one that talks like with his voice?
I think he might be.
I think so. We got Kanye.
Yeah, I think he might be. Yeah.
We got Kanye West in the house.
Hey Kanye, how are you, mate? So thank you for joining us. So, do you want to throw something into the conversation there, mate?
Yeah, what up, bro?
How we doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. What are we talking about?
Good. Mate, we're just chilling. So we're talking Marvel, comics, fandom, film, TV, pop culture, and VeVe collectibles.
Fuck yeah. I'm a Spider-Man guy.
Spider-Man, right? Are you familiar with the app VeVe?
I'm not, no.
No, okay. Well, does anybody want to fill Kanye in?
Come on now, fill Daddy in.
All right. Well, basically, babe, what it is VeVe is a digital collectors app. So are you familiar with NFTs or on digital collecting?
Yeah, I own a couple NFTs.
Oh, okay, cool. So basically, what VeVe is that it's an app that you can download for your phone, and they basically you can buy premium licensed IP. Whether that be they do Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, X-Men. You can buy comics, digital collectibles. So if you're a Spider-Man guy, there's tons of Spider-Man comics on the app. They're not so much like OpenSea NFTs or anything like that. It's all premium licensed content, which you actually own.
Oh yeah.
You can find it in the Apple Play Store, Google Store. If you're interested in checking it out, definitely definitely check it out.
Yeah.
So tell us your experience. So tell us your experience then, Kanye. What got you into Spider-Man?
I kicked him.
See ya.
Yeah. I was literally about to do the same thing. So thank you for that. You can't say I didn't try and include him into the conversation, but yeah, I could definitely see where that was going.
He knew exactly
again,
what he was doing.
Yeah. So again, thanks for that, biggest bro. I mean, like I always try and give everybody a fair go, but if they're going to be like that, then yeah, bye.
Yeah,
I appreciate you trying to fill him in, but yeah, he just wants. Yeah, look, he just wants trouble. He just wants trouble.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah,
man,
sorry, Kanye. I mean, like
you handled this like a pro, man. I was so impressed. Well done, man. Amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, it's so good.
Well, yeah.
It's ironic that
well, like I said, I try.
It's ironic that he did the flush sound because that's what the biggest bro did. Just flushed them right out.
Yeah. That's it. Thank you for that.
But we got Mpacks up here. What's up, man?
Mpacks, how are you, mate?
Well, hello, beautiful. You know why I have these scars?
How are you, buddy? Good to hear from you.
Yeah, the rugger rugged him, and he got rugged by the rugger.
Exactly. Loved it.
Yeah,
Loved
man,
it.
Let's go. Yeah, I gotta say, Heath Ledger, Joker, number 1. Jack Nicholson, number 2. Mark Hamill, number 3.
Nice.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson, number 2. He's gonna be at the Laker game in LA, and God bless him, man. You know, he's getting old, and yeah, man, he's a legend. If you rewatch those Tim Burton Batman, man, it's yeah, dude. You know, wait till they get.
Yeah, they still got it.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, like even watching like Keaton, like back in like the '89 Batman compared to what he's going to do now, like coming out with a new Flash movie, he's still got it. He's still going strong.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed all the. I can't wait for the Flash. That's gonna kick ass. I mean, getting Michael Keaton back, and he looks good, man. He looks good.
Yeah.
I figured we'd have him in like a Batman Forever type thing where he's like old man Wayne, you know. But this is dope. This is awesome. Like the alternate Batman universes. Cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we were just talking about like how we're really excited to see like what James Gunn's going to do, like with the DC universe, considering he's just wrapped up with Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's already dabbled a little bit in the DC universe already because he did the first season of Peacemaker with John Cena, and that was hilarious.
Hello, Sydney. What's your favorite scary movie?
I think Fro's got a hot
That would be
mic.
cool. That would be cool if we did get Ghostface on the app. That was one I was looking forward to when they were dropping all like the Chuckies and all the 80s movies drops.
That was fun, right? Speculating the horror IP.
Mate, that was great. I was like, come on, we need some Freddy, we need some Jason, we need some Ghostface.
Yeah. We definitely need Terminator 2, some more action stars.
Yes.
That'd be dope.
Yep. Let's get Terminator, let's get Predator, let's get all the fun stuff in the app. Let's actually get Alien, but actually get like a xenomorph collectible, something we can actually interact with and play with. Not just
give us everything while it's a bear market. Give us it all, Give us all the good stuff cheap. You know what I mean? While people
mate.
are not as bullish.
Got to reward the people that are through it all, right? I would love that.
That's it. Reward the ones that are still here, still trying to keep everything rolling. While times are tough for everybody. But even if this thing did go to zero, I mean, like, we're still here having a good time. So we're enjoying the product. We're enjoying connecting with everybody, and just sharing the collecting journey.
Nah, it won't go to zero. We'll be.
It ain't gonna go to zero. It definitely ain't gonna go to zero. The community's too strong.
Yeah. The biggest bro will rug me before we go to zero. He won't let it happen.
I won't rug you, Marv. You're my pal.
He's like, ha ha ha. That sounded like a Joker cackle.
It does, yeah. Go do your best, like Mark Hamill Joker cackle.
Oh, that's tough. That is tough. There we go.
There you go.
Right.
Excellent.
Did you play a recording or was that you?
That was me, my bro. That was me. I like to try and imitate voices and accents and things. It doesn't always work out, but that was me.
You got talent, bro. That was nice.
Yeah, man. I couldn't even tell the difference.
I literally thought you played a sound clip.
I'm not that fast. And I was just driving. So yeah, that was me.
Very nice.
All right. Well, look, everybody. I got about 20 minutes or so before I got to wrap this up because this is kind of like a danger zone for me because when my kids start getting out of bed, and also my daughter's been sick the last couple of days, so she's been sort of up and down through the night, all over the place. So there is a risk that my kids might wake up in the next 20 minutes. So what I want to do is I want to open up the floor to anybody who wants to come up and say a few words or just speak, even if it's just to say hi. Like we sort of like try and promote like like stepping outside your comfort zone on this channel as well, a bit of growth. Try and just do something that scares you every day, and that sort of pushes you that little bit further outside your comfort zone, so that way you can try new things and grow in yourself. So I'm just going to open up the floor to, if there is anybody who wants to come up and speak, just raise your hand up or just send a little like request thing, and we'll get you up. Even like I said, even if it's just to say hi. Thanks for coming. Thank you for enjoying the channel. If you like it, if you don't like it, Yeah. So that's enough for me, and I'll leave the floor open.
Yeah, I love the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker is cool. I mean, like the Joker is like one of my favorite villains.
Like, there's no other Batman villain in my mind that, like, Bane is cool. There's some other cool ones, but the Joker, man, that's yeah.
So long as it's not the Bane from Batman and Robin, because that Bane was horrible.
Oh yeah, Uma Thurman was beautiful though.
She was, yeah, she's really good.
Love me some Poison Ivy. That's another good underrated Batman villain.
Yeah. And we've got MichaelCampa has come up to say a couple of words. So thanks for jumping up, mate.
What's up, Michael?
Hi there, guys. Yeah, I usually listen. It's not that I'm shy or not liking, and I don't like to come up here. It's just that I'm usually working, which I am right now. But it's nice to always listen to you guys and in the background and all the information, and it's nice to have the company hanging out. Funny fact: Cesar Romero, which is the first Joker for the Adam
Yep.
West, his granddad is a Cuban national hero, kind of like George Washington is to the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he came to the U.S. and he became an actor and all that, but he refused to shave his mustache to play the Joker, so they had to paint over the
Oh, really?
mustache. So you can see it in the
Oh, no
show.
way.
Yeah, yeah. So you
You
can see
guys
it in
never
the
noticed
No.
that
show.
before?
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. He refused to shave it, so when you watch the show, you can see his mustache right there, and he's painted over. He was a popular actor at the time, so he was kind of like a big shot to play that character. And he's like, "I'm gonna play it, but I'm not shaving my mustache." So that was funny. Um, and I did like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I think the guy,
No.
yeah, I think the guy did work on it. I think they're filming the second one now, so hopefully now they develop it better. But I think he was a good Joker too. But my favorite is Heath Ledger. Yeah, that guy did an amazing
Oh yeah,
job.
definitely. Oh yeah, man, he basically like redefined the Joker. Like at the time, like like everyone was just like, oh, Heath Ledger's going to be a horrible pick for the Joker. Like he's like that nerdy kid from like 10 Things I Hate About You, or like he's like from like A Knight's Tale. He's like too pretty boy, and yeah, he just came and just blew it completely out of the park.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Well, guys, nice hanging out and listening. And I'm usually down there, but yeah, again, great to be part of this community. And yeah, we're not going to zero anytime soon.
Yeah, no, definitely not, mate. And again, like thank you for everything that you do for the community as well. Like I do see like the giveaways you do from time to time, and also saw your participation in VeVe Magic Stream as well. As same with myself. Yeah, again, you're a great part of the community. Really love what you do, and hopefully we can talk more in the future when you're not working.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely.
All right, nice one, mate. Well, take care and thanks for dropping in.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Appreciate you coming and saying hi. I've seen you in these spaces. Appreciate you listening in, and glad you found it enjoyable. And yeah, I just loved seeing you on VeVe Magic Stream, seeing you on NFT Pirates. Got to learn a lot more about you, and
Yeah.
man, your collection is really impressive, and your story is super, super inspiring. And yeah, learning English from the
Oh
Simpsons.
shit!
Yeah.
Now I put it together. Dyno, that's him. Oh my goodness, bro. Yeah, I saw him on NFT Pirates. That's insane. Great collection, Michael. Way to go, brother.
Yeah, and really awesome story. Very inspiring for entrepreneurs, anybody who's just wants to work hard and live the American dream. So yeah, kudos to you, bro. Thank you for saying hi.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, Dee's got a hand up. So Dee, you want to throw something in?
No, I actually pushed the wrong button, but since I'm here, it's like, oh shit, did I really raise my hand? Crap.
That's it.
Okay.
You're in it. You're in it now.
Okay. Yeah, thanks guys for having the space. Awesome job. Dyno, biggest bro. Osman, as always. Fro, Hinano, Mpacks, Luik, Michael, all the listeners. Let me go down the list. Casual, Chris, Daniel, Nas, GOC, Moonage, Emo Prince, Anon, Popey, Bioshock, Be Grand, Invisible Digital, Fried Labbits, and Cointech. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, thank you all for coming, everybody. Thank you all for staying here. So, but yeah, like I said, we do these every week, as most of you know. So VeVe Wednesdays, every Wednesday from 8 till 10 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, so basically brought to you by the VeVe Collective. Again, if anyone's actually interested in joining the VeVe Collective or want to come chill with us in our Discord space, hit up one of our members and we'll look at getting you in. But yeah, like I said, I still got about 15 minutes left. So if anybody wants to come up and say a few words, by all means, please do. If not, we can just chill out and just keep things
Yo,
going.
Oz.
Yeah, mate.
Y'all all need to see Guardians 3. That was such a beautiful film. Please go see it.
We were just discussing that a little while ago, saying like, yeah, the way that the James Gunn's wrapped it up is apparently really good.
Yeah, best Marvel trilogy in the MCU for sure.
Yeah, well,
not even trying to hype it, bro. It's truly a treat, and DC is very lucky to have James Gunn, and I'm pretty sure he's going to bring a lot of those same actors into DC. So I'm very bullish, like that. You know, the new Jokers we get, the new Superman, all these new characters and characters we never even realized with DC or didn't or forgot about are gonna, because the way he turned this, this team that nobody cared about before into, to me, the most epic part of the MCU. I think they've so far been more exciting than the Avengers. So yeah, enjoy it, guys. Go see it. And bring some Kleenex, bring some tissues.
It's gonna get emotional.
Yeah, it gets you in the feels, man.
Yeah, well, like I said, I'm hoping to see it not this weekend, but maybe next weekend, because I'm going away with the family this weekend, so we've got a nice long weekend away. Basically just
Mother's Day for us here too in the States.
Oh, the Mother's Day for you guys.
Yeah, for us in the States, we got Mother's Day weekend. So happy Mother's Day to all your families.
Nice. Well, there you go. Everyone, do something nice for your mum. Say look after her. And say, I'm sure, like, you don't really realize it until you become a parent yourself, how much your parents actually did for you. So show your mum some love. What else?
We got a mom in here.
Oh, hello.
We got a mom in here. At least one.
We
that
do.
I know
We
of,
do.
So. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah, we got one mom in here.
Yeah. Wow, man.
There you go.
That's high praise, Mpacks. To say that's the most epic part of the MCU. I mean, I watched Spider-Man when I was a kid, and then I completely fell away, and then I binged the MCU about 2 years ago because of VeVe, and man, I was blown away. I never liked Captain America before, and now I'm a Captain America fan. I would say that was a good trilogy. Just I thought Civil War was epic, and the first
that's to me the second. Yeah, that would be the second best trilogy after Guardians.
But in Guardians,
I mean, the Avengers is more of like connecting so much more, but in terms of like Thor, Iron Man, Cap, Guardians is just special, man. It's just something else that like I can relate to these aliens, you know what I mean? Like more than some of those other superheroes. So it's just like incredible to see the growth of those characters and how they built those characters to what they are, and finally getting kind of that origin story of Rocket, is just special.
Yeah.
It was a special movie.
I'm looking forward to it because I was blown away by the first one. I never even heard of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I honestly was looking at it because I did it in order, right? So I saw it on my list, and I'm like, That's the one with all the weird characters. I don't know, but I got to watch all of them, and I'm so glad I watched it. I did that with Ant-Man too. I was like, oh, do I really want to watch this? And when I watched it, I was like, wow, that was pretty epic. So the second one was a
Dude, showing my grandkids, showing my children these films, my grandkids, like I have a 2-year-old daughter. So when as she grows
nice.
up, grows older, and I'm able to like introduce her to it as she's like age appropriate, I can't wait to see her reaction. You know, I feel like Guardians is gonna get her, like she'll love it the most.
Cool.
Like just, you know, for my like father-daughter bonding. So yeah. I wish, like, you know, like you were sharing some of those moments watching the MCU with people, but if not, just enjoying Guardians. That first one made a big impact for me, you know, and it introduced so much. It opened up the cosmic side of MCU. But this number 3 really, it does so many beautiful callbacks, and there's just a lot of amazing moments. And so it's just like you're really going to be like, wow, 3 was just as good as 1. And it wrapped up the trilogy so well. I'm like hyped for you to all to go see it soon. Hopefully you all see it if you haven't, like in the theater, so you get that reaction with everyone else. Like it brought back memories of when I was in the theater watching Endgame, and the moment when Captain America's like, you know, Avengers assemble, and or when he's like on your left when you know the Falcon comes through the portal. Dude, the reaction of everyone in the sold out theater, it was insane. Like we cheered like it was like we won the Super Bowl, you know. It was crazy.
Yeah, funny enough, I compared that same moment, like, you know, to like being at the Super Bowl, because like when I was seeing it in the theaters, where I was, exactly the same thing. Like, you know, as soon as those portals opened up, or Cap grabbing that hammer, everyone just lost their minds. It was just like, you know, everyone's like, yeah, oh my God, this is the best thing ever.
And Thor is like, I knew it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Hinano's got his hand up. Mate, you want to throw something in? Or did you?
I didn't realize. I didn't. I didn't realize.
Or did you just push the wrong button as well?
I did push the button wrong, but I guess I'm talking. Here's a funny story. I got a funny story. So like the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and since there's a mom in here, that was the first movie my daughter actually experienced, but in my wife's belly, was Guardians of the Galaxy 1. And with all the music and everything, and Dee can relate to this, our daughter must have been dancing or kicking throughout the whole movie, because Dee said that she was moving a lot throughout that whole movie. So technically, Guardians of the Galaxy 1, which we loved, by the way, that was my daughter's very first movie. And I used to sing those songs to my daughter when she was like, you know, 6 months to 1 year old, because that's the only way my daughter would go to sleep. I'd have to sing to her. I'm a horrible singer, by the way. But yeah, I just remember that movie. I mean, like, for one thing, you're absolutely right, Mpacks. Such a special trilogy. I mean, like, the characters are so relatable. The music sets the tone throughout the whole trilogy.
Yeah, it does.
I'm such a big fan of music, and like the way James Gunn peppered these songs at the right moments and the right, you know, right impact, right emotion. I just loved it. So like that was something I always remember, that my daughter, that was her very first movie that we took her to, but she was in my wife's belly.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
I was about to say as well. I mean, like, you know, I share the same as you, Mpacks. Like, I've got a 2-year-old daughter as well. Like, and I'm gradually trying to introduce my kids into like the world of like Marvel and DC and fandom and stuff like that. Like, I took my son, who's 4 now, to Free Comic Book Day here in the city, and he was just so excited to get his first bag of, like, you know, comic books. They were like nothing special. I had like a few Spider-Mans, like maybe a few Batmans in there, but it was just the fact of going in there, like getting them, going up to the lady, says like, you know, do you want free comic books? Like, yeah, free comic books. And like, you know, we like walking around the comic book shop and like just looking at all the different toys and little bits and pieces and that. So yeah, I'm the same as you. I'm still trying to introduce my children to that world as well. And Guardians of the Galaxy would probably be one of the ways that I would do it as well.
Those moments, man, you don't, you know, kids grow so fast. You gotta take advantage. And then also, like, when these films come out, like, I try to do opening weekend as much as I can with every Marvel film, because I just, even if I go by myself or whatever,
Mhm.
I don't care. I want to feel the audience. I want to feel that experience, and it just builds that memory in my head of like, oh man, like yeah, I remember how it felt in that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, when he grabbed the hammer, everyone did the, you heard the gasp, and there
Yeah.
were quite a few moments in Guardians 3. I'm not going to spoil anything, I promise, but there's quite a few moments where you get that epic crowd reactions, and
Oh, nice.
and they're different. They're all sorts of different reactions, from cheers and applause to gasps, and it's just so yeah, you just know you're in the moment, and you want the movie to keep going on and on and on and on, and the way the scenes just were perfectly put together, the colors and visuals with the music just,
Yeah.
the lyrics, even with the song choices, the lyrics like hit you hard, like really hard. Like if you've been through trauma in your life, and a lot of us are damaged people, because collectors, man, I'll tell you, if you're a collector like me, you've been hurt, you know what I mean? So yeah, like there's moments, man, that really pull at the heartstrings. So it's like that, it definitely, they're a family, that not just a team.
Yeah.
And yeah, so and they're a bunch of like imperfect misfits, which was perfect to have High Evolutionary be this villain who's seeking perfection. So it was like this clash of, it was just it was perfect. It was like this villain brought out a lot of like story to a lot of like texture to the characters,
Yeah.
so you get of course like tons of laughs from the film, a lot of laughs. So yeah, Drax is hilarious, Nebula's hilarious, they're all hilarious. Even
Yeah.
Mantis surprised me, she was incredible. So
Yeah.
enjoy it.
I don't.
Enjoy it with your friends. Enjoy it with your loved ones. Enjoy it before it comes to Disney Plus, because seeing it in your living room is not the same, especially when it's epic. When it's an epic MCU one, because those don't come out. I mean, this was the best film I've seen in the MCU since probably No Way Home and Endgame.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
And the
Now
best trilogy.
I have to go see it.
Yeah, it's the best trilogy by far in the MCU. Like, yeah.
No, nice one. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up soon, so I'm just gonna leave it open to anyone else who wants to come up and speak. Yeah. I say I got, where are we now? Well, there we got. Okay. So yeah, okay. We've got HVH God come up and
I
say
think
hi.
the MCU is gay, and modern media is a bunch of coke for the pedophiles that run Hollywood.
Okay, thank you for that.
And you've been rugged. Let's go.
And you just been
Rug 'em.
rugged. Dun dun dun. We're doing
power.
Yeah, we're doing well with the trolls this time around, aren't we?
I mean, I respect the opinion, but yeah, just don't be weird about it. But
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, anywho, moving on. So, does anyone else actually want to come up and say a couple of words that don't involve trolling?
Yeah, I'm gonna chill. We got our episode 9 of the Real Uncommon podcast dropping this Friday.
Ooh, yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
That's it. Mark your calendars. And who's who would you be interviewing, D?
K Collects.
K Collects.
Yeah.
As we all should be familiar with K Collects. So, lovely girl. I love K Collects. Like, I had so much fun with the last interview that I did with her, and
that was fun.
That was fun. And I still have to hit her up for our duet as well, because I did promise that we would do a duet.
Yeah, weren't you gonna do it in Spaces next week Wednesday?
Was I now?
She's got to be here though.
So.
She's got to be here.
Yeah.
We gotta hit her up.
Yeah, I gotta hit her up. I've got tracking that girl down can sometimes be a bit of a challenge.
You guys will get to know some interesting things about KC on Friday that I don't think you guys will know.
Ooh, looking forward to it.
Dun dun dun.
So stay tuned.
All good things.
Excellent. All right, guys. I got to wrap this up because I can hear my little ones kicking around upstairs. But before we go, Mpacks, you want to
Yeah,
chuck a few final words in?
One quick shill. I have to, or Nas will be mad at me if I
Yeah,
don't.
go on then.
We've got a Marvel Snap Space every Tuesday, and we do every other Tuesday. It's a chill space, but next Tuesday is our tournament. So if you guys play Snap for fun, come join us, and you might be able to win some prizes too. So. Every Tuesday, Nas Clint's the host. I'm co-host. Loco's other co-host. So come hang with us, and we can talk all sorts of stuff. Basically, we talk like what we do here. So,
Okay.
and we just chill and play Snap at the same time. So, yeah.
What time?
It's at 6 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
So yeah, if wherever you are, just add the hours, and we'll be tweeting it out, and I'll try and tag some of you guys to remind you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, thank you, Ben. So that's on Tuesday, yeah?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday. All right, no worries.
Every Tuesday at 6.
Every Tuesday at 6.
That's 2 a.m. in the morning for you, Osman.
Yeah, so I'm unfortunately that might be a little bit early for me, but yeah, anyone else?
Our last space lasted 3 hours, so I jumped in at the tail end at this one, and I'm glad I made it. I have a 2-year-old daughter as well, so whatever you guys can jump in, feel free to come up. It's just a chill space, so you're all welcome.
For sure.
Cool, thanks.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, and same to you, Mpacks. You're always welcome here anytime, mate. All right.
Thanks.
Well, no worries. Thank you. All right, guys, I got to wrap this up because I can hear my little ones kicking around upstairs. But again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, if you've been here before or just tuning in for the first time, so again, I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. But yeah, this is WebVe Wednesdays, brought to you by the WebVe Collective. I'm your host, Osman Collects, and yeah, we do this regularly every week, 8 till 10 Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, thank you again for joining, and we will catch you all next week.
Later.
All right. Take care, everybody. All right, take care.